Justin.
And I'm Blaine.
And we are here to give you the truth, and nothing but the truth. Because you know what? We live in a divided world today. We live in the most racially, economically, class-divided world. Well, that was the same thing as what I just said, but whatever. You get where I'm going with it, America.
It's okay. Don't worry about the technicalities of it.
We are here to tell you how it is the way you want to hear it. Because you can't trust anybody. You can't trust the media. You couldn't trust Bill O'Reilly, and nobody could, especially women. That's the thing we'll talk about later.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Don't worry about it. So you can't trust the White House because our president just, he likes to make up things.
Yeah, he likes to wear makeup.
Yeah, well, not good enough. God damn, I mean, his eyes look like little versions of his mouth.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, funny thing, apparently now his chin looks like a frog. Maybe we'll go into that later. Okay. That's good. So anywho, we are here to be the anti-media. Can't trust anybody else, and we're going to do things differently. You know what we're going to do? We're going to drink beers. We damn sure aren't going to shave or get a haircut.
I'm never. Not again. Not since I was married.
Yeah. Last time I got a shave was when I was married. And I'm never doing either of those again.
Never again.
I'll tell you about it. We'll get on that one day.
One of these other episodes.
What are we going to talk about? So today, what we got. Now, also, this is going to be everything that's happened this past week. We're going to keep it as up-to-date as possible. So, what do we have today?
Obama. Sellout? Healthcare. Who the fuck knows? Good cop? Bad cop? Y'all decide.
So Barack Obama, he's been living pretty good since
living the dream.
He ain't mad at him for hanging out with Richard Branson on his island and Hawaii,
hanging out with Mariah Carey.
Yeah, and just always having so much swag.
Just swagger, man.
So Obama, he's doing something coming up that I don't really know about, know, okay. And now when I say all this, I look at it in the sense of there's people who love Obama, there's people who hate Obama.
No.
Like this one guy, he actually, what was that dude's name? He used to run The Apprentice, that billionaire.
Oh, the President Donald Trump.
Oh yeah. They said that he wasn't, he was never born here, and like made this whole thing. Literally, he made birther a word. But so Barack Obama is about to speak at a Wall Street, event.
Okay.
Yeah, by Cantor Fitzgerald.
I feel like he used to be against Wall Street.
Right. That's one of the
I don't
things,
know everything, ladies and gentlemen, but
and that's kind of one of the things that we're getting at here is that for a man that presided over the Great Recession and made his whole thing fighting Wall Street, fighting the man, looking out for you. I didn't even actually get into it. I mean, he's just speaking to it. Okay, whatever. He's a speech giver. He's always giving great speeches. But
that's how he won it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's won it because he had a great fucking speech. He's accepting like over $400,000 though to do this speech.
Damn.
Now,
more money, more problems.
Yeah, that's for sure. For one, I mean, the man's not hurting for money. He was the president of the United States, for fuck's sake. It doesn't matter what happens with Obamacare, Trump care, fucking no health care. He's gonna get health care.
Still gonna be doing it.
Yeah. I mean, his kids, they're gonna be good.
Doing it big.
So, and let's think about before he was president. He was a best-selling author. Dreams of My Father. Fucking Producer Man. You remember what the other book was called?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he
doesn't have a fucking clue either.
Yeah. Well, memoirs of being president, memoirs of Michelle Obama. I mean, income is gonna be a constant. By accepting this, one, it's like, okay, you were fighting Wall Street. Now you're speaking Wall Street. A lot of presidents do it.
A lot of presidents sell out.
Yeah, pretty much. And so the interesting thing about this is, though, I mean, going back, we're talking about Hillary Clinton, and people don't trust her, and the amount of money she raises. She got criticized going for president for accepting $250,000 to speak.
Yeah.
So Barack Obama, the champion of the people.
That's a double whammy.
Bruh.
Times two.
Yeah. As of right now, it's questionable, like on his legacy and kind of the man he wants to be, and his his senior advisor Eric Schultz, when asked about it, because of course we're not the first people to find this to be a little strange. I mean, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, who is a senator from Massachusetts that Donald Trump calls Pocahontas. It's a
great movie, by the way. John Smith, favorite character ever.
Yeah, I'm sure white America's gonna love that one. Nobody is really feeling this, Like it's not like we're just saying it. I mean, other politicians are already coming out saying like, "Really, Barack? Like you're gonna accept that kind of money?" So Eric Schultz ends up saying, "With regard to this or any other speech involving Wall Street sponsors, I'd just point out that in 2008, Barack Obama raised more money from Wall Street than any candidate in history, and still went on to successfully pass and implement the toughest reforms on Wall Street since FDR." Does that make you feel any better about what we just said?
I feel like it makes me feel worse.
Yeah.
About it.
So, okay, Democrats are not a bunch of elitists that are out of touch with, the common man, even though they like the image. He's really helping that out. He's got swag. I'll give him that.
As long as you got swag, you don't need nothing else.
That's talking about swag and lack of convictions. That, I think, would take us on to our next topic.
Okay.
Republicans dropping the ball on healthcare.
Well, I don't have it. I don't need it.
Well, based on the way it's going, you wouldn't be able to have it to begin with. Obamacare came out almost 7 years and some months ago. It was in 2010 when the law passed. Biggest legislature passed, in welfare, Medicaid kind of thing since FDR. And Republicans have hated it since the beginning. We're going to be a bunch of commies and socialists and blah, 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 and universal health care. It's un-American. And, I don't know if there's anything really un-American about making sure that Americans stay alive. But, I guess...
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the whole...
thing.
That's really the whole thing about being patriotism is...
Yeah, well,
keeping our own
as
alive.
well, if you die, but you got a bigger gun. It's figure they've had 7 years to figure this out. Obamacare, it's this horrible thing, and they got death panels. They used to say that he was going to have death panels. That's the thing. Like, I feel like people forget that in the early days of the internet, how many crazy things you heard. Like, every American's gonna... I remember your wife told me one time.
My ex-wife. Well, we're still married, but...
So am I, but we're getting there. We're working on it. Once told me that we were all gonna get chips in our neck.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Like, for real, she believed it. Yeah. It's like back then they believed Obamacare. It's got the death panels. Come on, people. Really?
No
you may not
way.
like the guy, but I can't imagine that's gonna happen. So, anywho, you would think Republicans and Paul Ryan specifically... I'm looking at you, Paul. This is your deal, not even Trump's. Would have all this time to come up with the perfect health care. Mm-hmm. This is what they're banking on.
But they were golfing, probably.
More than Obama was. Of course, we already know. They tried to pass one, 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. It did not work. It kind of went along the lines of, the whole banning Muslims thing.
Yeah,
we're not feeling that shit. So now they got a new one, and this one passed... through the House.
Okay, so what does this one entail?
So you got to pass the House, you pass the Senate, and then they can repeal it and all that. So, funny thing is, funny you ask me,
checks and balances, people.
What does it have? Nobody seems to fucking know. Because if you watch, I've seen at least 4 politicians now, 4 senators, Republicans, or representatives, I'm sorry, that literally when asked have they read it, said, no, but my staff has. They rely on their staff.
And that's why shit.
And these people are voting on stuff that has to do with
shit. That's why shit doesn't work.
It doesn't. So nobody's read it. And so the one thing though that everybody does know, because one of the biggest things that people hate about Obamacare was the penalty that you have. If
they got me this year.
If you don't have health insurance, you're getting tax penalty, and that, god damn it, you ain't gonna take my guns, and you ain't not gonna tax me for not having health care.
It cost me that new TV I was gonna buy.
The thing that everybody seemed to generally like is that it would not allow insurance companies from not covering you for pre-existing conditions.
Which, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's like you've had cancer. Well, you're going to cost us money, so we're not insuring you. Because in the end, they're out to make money, not to save your life.
Yeah, for sure.
It's insurance and capitalism. Or Paul Ryan said, they're calling it Trump care, they're calling it Ryan care. They're really trying to do this Obamacare thing on the right, and I feel like
they call it Ryan care.
Ryan care?
Yeah, like they're trying to make some shit work, but it ain't.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking working.
Not working. Pre-existing conditions can include, but not limited to, HIV, AIDS, alcohol or drug abuse, Alzheimer's, dementia, anorexia, arthritis, bulimia, cancer, cerebral palsy, congestive heart failure, coronary heart disease, bypass surgery, Crohn's disease, diabetes, epilepsy, hemophilia, hepatitis, kidney disease, renal failure. These apparently are pre-existing conditions to be denied health care.
Okay, so basically to get health insurance now, you have to be born and never have a cold.
I feel like if you were born, it's a pre-existing condition. Honestly,
that's the way they're making it seem like.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Shit.
What
do they say about smoking cigarettes?
I don't know. Fuck at this point,
well,
because you're not gonna get covered either way.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab me a cigarette.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
Son of a bitch.
So
I'm not gonna get insured anyway.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like a whole thing. It's like at this point, I feel like this whole healthcare thing is just to fight Obama's legacy, not to pass a legitimate piece of legislation that is
they're
going
just trying to basically say,
fuck you.
I just want to do something different than what he did.
Even Democrats will agree that Obamacare is needed a lot of work, and I'm not even saying that I fully believed in Obamacare as a whole thing. It's not my place to sit here and tell you how I feel about it.
No.
Sit here to tell you what's going on with it. Hours after this bill was passed, Donald Trump was hanging out with the Australian Prime Minister or President or whoever runs Australia, and told him that their healthcare is quote fantastic. It's better than ours.
Ooh, no, that's a knife.
You know what's a funny thing about Australian healthcare? It is universal. It is socialized. It is everything that Obamacare was trying to be, and Trump care is everything that is trying not to be.
Dun dun dun!
So that means one of two things. Either Donald Trump is a complete and utter idiot, or... Yeah, I don't know.
There's no other.
Yeah, I feel like that's it.
I feel like that's
literally what it is.
Point A and point B are both point A.
Yeah.
So basically, don't get a splinter or you'll never have insurance again.
Keeping an idea like world relations, you know, somewhat Australia. This is actually something that Donald Trump has nothing to do with.
That's hard to believe.
It's us versus Canada.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Canada.
I'm French Canadian.
And I had to do a little bit of research on this after seeing this story, but apparently there's been tensions with U.S. and Canada over certain trade deals.
Like what? Furs?
Soft lumber.
Soft lumber.
So America's being a big dick about soft lumber to Canada, and Donald Trump has nothing to do with it.
Well, nobody wants soft wood.
The Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, who apparently is super hot. I don't know. I've never seen him before. He's considering banning U.S. coal exports in response to this unfair tax on Canadian labor. Okay. And you know, when you have problems with Canada, you're being a dick.
Yeah, you're being a super dick.
Like, literally, I feel like they're going to apologize to us for beefing.
They're going to be like, hey.
And I know that sounds super... Can't say racist. Nationalist.
Yeah, nationalist? Yeah, we're both white.
I don't know. Whatever. Pop culture.
Okay.
What we got going on? All right. Kanye West. Every 8 songs that I hate, he's got one that I absolutely love.
Classic.
You know, you play Power, and I'm gonna fucking
Diamonds
jam
are
out.
forever.
That's true.
It's a good one.
He has apparently quit social media.
Done.
He has had some 27 million followers.
When you're with somebody like him, you don't really need
That's true.
social media to get laid or anything.
Kanye not having a way to talk to a lot of people.
It's probably for the best.
Yes. If we could just get Donald on the same tip and get him to delete his Twitter, I feel like the world would be a much better place. They hung out, and that was the thing. And a lot of this might be related because he had a complete meltdown on stage, and he does that every few years. He melts down in front of millions of people.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Well. Just ask Taylor Swift. He has a meltdown and talking about like Jay-Z's been trying to kill him and that he didn't vote, but if he did, he'd vote for Donald Trump.
Ooh.
And then there's a picture of him with Donald Trump down in Trump Tower in New York.
Wow.
And he had blonde on top of his hair too. And
Kanye or
Kanye?
Donald?
I mean, of course Donald.
Of course Donald.
I mean, I don't know. Can you call that blonde? I call it more like a cornstarchy.
It's like I say like a sunset. Like a tequila sunrise.
Next segment.
What are we going to?
This is something that
where are you gonna take me, Jay?
Where am I gonna take? I'm gonna tell you where I'm gonna take you. This is gonna be called Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then the idea behind this is that there is a problem with police in this country.
Hope so.
Even the most pro law enforcement person can't deny that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an absolute fact.
They're untrained.
Well, and there's 2 schools of thought on this. There's all of a sudden police have lost their fucking mind in the past 5 years, or there's we just now have the way to document it. So there is a problem with police. But at the same time, I mean, nobody becomes a police officer just to be a dick.
No. They want to help out.
I think. Mostly.
Sometimes.
We are going to shine a light on the bullshit that happens and how the police abuse their power. But at the same time, we are going to follow that up with a positive story and show a police officer in a positive light because you got to have both. We have to recognize that this is a problem in this country that
yin and yang, in other words.
That's it. There is one to each. So we have to recognize that this is a problem that needs to be fixed, but at the same time, people can't hate all police officers.
No.
Because they are in the end out to help you. Yeah. But at the same time, NWA didn't become a movement because some people were sensitive.
Coming straight from the underground.
Right. 15-year-old Jordan Edwards was at a party. Mm-hmm. At about 11 o'clock. Was probably drinking.
15, though. That's young to be at a party.
Yeah.
Just throw that
what were we doing at 15?
Well, we were partying.
So, but I mean, pretty stand-up kid, at this point. Like, usually at this point, the alternative media would try to find about how he stole blunts or how he was a gang. Oh, he was black. Yeah. I mean, I feel like at this point it sucks that we have to even make that a thing, but I mean, it seems to be the problem that's going on here. So, kids leaving a party, police were called because they were being unruly. We've all been there. Nobody was causing any. I mean, maybe they were being loud. I don't know. I'm sure they can't be as loud as I've been.
Nope.
So all of a sudden, so the kid jumps into the van with his brother and some other friends, and a police officer ends up firing on the vehicle. His name is Roy Oliver. Fires on the vehicle with a rifle.
For under what pretenses? I mean,
well, accordingly, what they said at first was that the vehicle backed up towards him in an aggressive manner.
Okay.
Now the spokesperson come out said he misspoke.
I mean, my man whipped the rifle out.
Yeah, and started shooting And he said he misspoke. So let's break this down. He misspoke that the vehicle was coming at the officer in an aggressive direction. At this point, it's been known that it was going the opposite way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, misspeaking is when I get pulled over and I said I've only had 3 beers when I mean I had 13.
Yeah.
That's a misspeaking.
That's a misspoken word.
When a vehicle is literally going the opposite direction and it's got a bunch of children and you open fire with a rifle.
It means you're a dick.
Yeah, you mean you're a dick. So, that happened on April the 29th. He turned himself in. He's being charged with murder, which rightfully so. But
murder was the case that they gave me.
That's what they gave him. Mm-hmm. But guess what? He got released on bail. There is a shift of culture and class in this country that needs to be shifted in the right direction.
Bullshit.
And if you don't agree, then you're a part of the problem.
Yep.
So anyway, I know we got a little tangent about that.
Yeah, but we had to do that.
So that was bad cop.
We had to shed some light on that situation.
Yeah, to know that we understand where we're coming from here.
Yeah.
So for Good Cop, now I'm not going to lie, Good Cop is absolutely not going to balance this out by any means.
No.
At all. Same day, actually, April 29th.
Wow. Wow. Now what a fucking coinky-dink.
Right. 46-year-old driver ends up colliding. He's a pizza delivery driver.
Okay. They have pizza in Germany?
Yeah, they
What's
do.
on it?
I don't know, Wiener Schnitzel?
Wiener Schnitzels and sauerkraut?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. Okay. They ends up colliding with another vehicle.
All right.
Both drivers end up needing hospital treatment.
All right.
Which I'm pretty sure they got over there because they don't have Trump care. Yeah, I'm sure colliding with a car is pre-existing condition. And there you have it, folks. The first episode of This Just In with me and Blaine.
I think we did good, man.
I think we did real good. We've never done this before.
Cheers.
We got guys that helped us out. Thank you, George and Ronnie.
That's it.
And, we're doing all this in good fun and because we have nothing else to do right now. But also, it's because we do want you to know that this world is divided and it's scary. And that's okay. I'm not going to yell at you like all the Republican pundits and the Keith Olbermans and all the fucking liberal yahoos that make you want to be really afraid about the world. I might make you afraid about the world, but I'm going to tell it to you in a real sense. In the end, you can't be right if you're left, and you're going to get left if you're right. We all want to sit here and act as colorblind and say we don't see color, but when you say that, you're only seeing in black and white. Here we are speaking the shades of gray. And despite the fact we lack the ability to see, I have hope that we all will come together and be one.